What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Minion GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Nice to see you here on this rainy Saturday. So I'm doing some inside work today. I did have to fix a toilet, if y'all wanted to know. The little plunger thing got all screwed up, so had to fix that this morning, put a new toilet seat, got all that squared away. But since I'm talking about toilets, I'm going to go ahead and work on Minion 5.0 today. Yes, the bane of my existence. No, it's not really. But he has had a reservoir for a couple years, years now, that he was going to go ahead and do and get paint matched and whatever, and just never got around to it. So my foyer is starting to look like a parts department, so I'm starting to try to help and get some of this stuff out and move it around. So I think it's a Mishimoto one that we're putting on. It's right here, and I'll go through the steps on how we take this off and this on. So, and this is a 2015. I guess it goes up to 2018. I don't know in the newer ones if the reservoir got moved around, but we'll just stay with the 15, 16s, and 17s at the moment, and it might go up to a higher number. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and get all the parts and pieces that we need, and we'll see you in a second. All right, everyone, on the reservoir, it's a UPR, duh, it says it right on the top of it. But we're going to go ahead and get this taken off. What you're going to need is 10 millimeter, of course, because everything in the Ford's a 10 millimeter. Clamps to pull back these. I already pushed them back. And then if you look at this tank right here, has the feeder at the bottom. That's going to be the hardest part to do. Just to make sure that you don't dump all your fluid everywhere, but I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, so let's see if it all works out the way it's supposed to. And then you use your hardware that came with this one and move it over to this one. It looks kind of simple, but you know, simple things sometimes take a turn for the worse. So let me go ahead and start on doing some stuff, and we'll see you in a sec. All right, everybody, so as you can see, that I got the two nipples off the top off. I'll push one over to the side, the other one's right here. There's no pressure on the tank. I wanted to make sure the car was cold. Don't do this when it's hot, because you're gonna have a whole bad day. So right here is that nipple that I was talking about that feeds at the bottom, right here. So this is the trick that you got to do. You have to do it the way it sits right now. Pop it off and lift it up. You might have a little bit of residual coming out the bottom of this, you know, it's expected. So, but for the most part, you're trying to save what's in the tank. And then once you get that undone, you can open the lid. Well, first plug this one up, obviously. Open the lid and pour it back into here, and you shouldn't have an issue. But we'll see how that works out. All right, so as you see, I got the nipple, I pushed it back over there. There was no pressure on it, so there was really no mess. So what I'm going to do, I'm popping this out, leaving it upright as it is, mounting that hose back to the bottom of this tank, and then adding what's in there to this tank. And then the rest is reverse engineering. Tie the nipples back in, screw it down, and it's pretty much done. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see you in a sec. All right, as you can see, a nice fit back into it. The clamp is back on. You just want to make sure that you have the clamp over the little nipple that's right in here, so that way it has something to grab onto. So we're going to head and put this back into place, and then show you me pouring it in. All right, as you can see, I got it into place now. I haven't tied these down yet. I'm going to go do that in one sec. And then you just want to line up the holes that you had originally and throw the bolts in there. Brandon here, it does have a catch can, so you kind of want to work around it by the way it is set up in here. Not tight either. So, but anyway, you just want to make sure if you do have a catch can like this that you can work around it. So you kind of work around it. Here are the 10mm bolts. You just screw them back down. And as you can see, I have this going under, so it's going to be out the way. Got to tighten these down real quick, and then we'll add the fluid from that back into here. All right, as you can see, everything is in, tightened up. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the fluid from that other tank into this one. Like I said, this one has a UPR cap. I don't know if you could use the factory one. We'll kind of play around with it. So if you didn't want to use this cap and you wanted to stay with the factory one, you might be able to do that. But we will see how this all works out. All right, so there we are. There is a UPR reservoir has been put in. And as you can see, it adds a nice little aesthetic to the car. It is metal. So if you have a yellowing tank like this one was, you know, it adds a little bit more flavor to it. Or you could just buy a factory one, depending on what your needs are. But the only problem with these, and I have a Mishimoto one in my car, there's no way to see what is in there. So you kind of, when you need to check to see what your antifreeze is, you actually have to pull the top off, look in there, and see what you got going on. I'm assuming that his is okay, since all I did was pop it off and pop whatever in back in it. So he may need a little more, so I'll let him worry about that part of it. But again, a quick install, takes you about 5 to 10 minutes, you know, on a rough patch. So there you go. I hope you all enjoyed it. All right, everybody, that was a quick video today. We have got the turd burglar here up and ready to go. He is going to go ahead and do an oil change on it now. He did change out the rear tail light a second ago for a brighter one. Whatever, yeah. But he has been putting to work on this car. I have to give him credit for that a little bit. He did get it retuned now with Lund. It is on E85. He has the 18 now with the lockouts. He did the data log, and it's all coming together. He's got some more little goodies coming, suspension wise and whatever. So by Mustang Week, this thing should be a whole different car, at least in the aspect of, you know, what it had before and what it is now. But I'm gonna let him to the garage and let him do what he needs to do. I'm gonna go find me a little spot, or I might just sit here and watch him work, because, you know, that's a little bit entertaining within itself. But thanks for watching the video. I know it's short. It's something that popped up. It was rainy, didn't have much to do, so it worked out in the best for that. Oh, there is one thing I have done to the garage. I did add a window unit to this. It's one of these kind of U air conditioners. It almost works like a split unit for a garage, or I guess for your house, without doing the exterior type stuff. It hangs in the window. I did have this one down here, which is a standalone unit. You know, you plug it in and then you have it exhausted out. So I wanted to try an actual window unit. Now, my association here may want to say something about it. I don't know. But I've seen boats and trailers and everything else, so, you know, I'm kind of shooting the shit with it a little bit. And my bushes are kind of going to cover it up a little bit after time, so we'll see how it goes. But for the most part, it holds temperature pretty well in this garage now. Better than that, maybe because it's an actual air conditioner unit versus a standalone. I don't know, but this seems to do really good. So, but that's neither here or there, my friends. So again, thanks for watching. I'll throw out some more videos when I have time to do it. Still on that job search. I have a couple more, I guess, things to check. I got a friend of mine trying to hook me up with one where she's at. So hopefully things will work out in the benefit. Time is running short. This is why I've been kind of under the ball and under the stress a little bit with it, because, you know, I have a certain amount of time before I don't get any pay. So I'm trying to make sure I have at least something to go along that line. Or I'm going to start doing work here in my garage and kind of making some supplement money that way, you know, because I do know how to do some things. So I can probably make a decent little side hustle with it if need be. But my hands and my body can't take but so much a day. You know, I'm pretty good at detailing. I'm pretty good at, you know, trying to figure out the basics of little things. And if I have directions, I can put anything on. So It ain't that big. Well, I don't know. I'm just rambling, guys. So again, thanks for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one, and I don't know exactly what that will be on, but we'll see you then.